Good evening.
Morning. Hey.
I'm out of breath. Okay, this is Jimmy Two-Time. I'm Double AP, and it's another episode of Yinsology.
It's a study of everything Pittsburgh.
Welcome to this episode. Green beer and
Fish fry.
when you move out of state, you cannot get a fish fry.
You got to go to like a McDonald's, Mickey D's. You got to go to a Wendy's to get fish down here. And Jimmy Delegati.
Jimmy Delegati, this here's a Shamrock Shake
guess what?
with Jimmy Delegati, who he invented the Big Mac. Siri's in my ear.
Siri won't stop talking.
Shut up, Siri.
Oh, delicious. A fish fry every Friday during Lent. You want to go to your local church,
Or
anywhere.
Or fire hall.
Or fire hall. You get the best fish. You get a bun this big, and you get a piece of fish that big.
Oftentimes you will go to the cellar, like we are in.
The cellar is the basement.
Pittsburghese for basement. You will smell grease. Usually
Oh, you got the coleslaw.
Coleslaw.
You got the mac and cheese.
French fries,
French fries.
pierogies,
Yeah, and you can smell it. And not only can you smell it, but guess what?
halushki.
You can see the A-frame
What?
signs going down the road.
Oh, they got
down the road.
and they
fish
got
fry.
directional signs down the
Fridays
steps.
4 to 7 o'clock.
Woolies.
Oh, Woolies Fish
they
Market.
used back in the day. They used to help you start a fish fry if you didn't know what to do.
Is that where you stand in that long line? You see all them lobsters?
All the little ladies will donate all the Pittsburgh cookies, cakes, nut rolls, pie, and the beverages, Turner tea, lemonade, or coffee. And I will tell you, Jim, it's either Folgers or Maxwell's, and it is sludge. But
Is it
helped-
Folgers Crystals?
Did we-
So the thing is, though, no beer in church ground.
Green Bear because it's St. Patty's Day.
I don't want to get ahead of myself or anything.
No, go ahead.
This right here, if you look, can you read that?
Zoom
in.
We can't zoom. You got to zoom them in.
The
Wait for that
inaugural,
focus. It's going to focus. It's
if
going
you can
on.
see, Heinz Field inaugural opening season,
Boom.
Rolling Rock beer.
It comes from the mountain springs to you, and it's got that mysterious 33. But look,
there
from
no-
the glass-lined tanks of old Latrobe. They don't make this in Latrobe no more.
No.
Anheuser bought them out.
Yeah, they
Didn't
don't
they
make
buy them out?
Latrobe.
This here's false advertisement.
You still winded. Pittsburgh actually has 11% of the population of Pittsburgh is Irish. Okay? That makes Pittsburgh home to the 9th largest population of Irish people in the United States.
Jimmy James O'Hara was an Irishman. Down near Fort Pitt, he bought a brewery. 1802, he was the owner down there, right after the Revolutionary War.
The most famous person, in my mind, from Pittsburgh that's Irish is the chief, Art Rooney. Does anyone know how much money Art Rooney spent to buy the Steelers back in 1933? $2,500. Can you guess what the Pittsburgh Steelers organization is worth?
No.
$3.43 billion.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, Dan Rooney, he actually bought a brewery. And that was right before his son Art purchased the Steelers. We had over 100 breweries. Quench the thirst of all the Milltown workers. You had pig iron workers, you had steel workers, you had down here in McKeesburg, the Tube City. Maybe that's why we call it tunnels, the tubes. A lot of breweries have a history like Prohibition. They were brewing, Prohibition hit.
They didn't
They
brew.
struggled, they merged, they went out of business, they sold
came
ice,
back.
they sold ice cream, they sold near beer, which wasn't really beer, but it was like near beer. Let's talk about the cans.
So you want to get the cans. So I showed you the one can.
You
We got-
remember Iron City Pumper?
Yeah. I worked in Iron City Brewery. Yeah. I worked down there. I did the Laverne and Shirley thing. The beer bottle would come by.
No.
Beer bottle would come by, and the top of the beer would be there, and they would say, take it off.
You remember
And I'd
Laverne
take
and
it off,
Shirley,
and
the
I
open-
throw it down, and I look over the guy I was working with. He takes it off
Oh,
the
Lord,
line, he
help
cracks
us.
it open,
Oh,
he
my
drinks
goodness.
some of it, and then throws the rest of it away. I was like 19 years old thinking, this is the best job in the world.
How'd you get that job? I did not know
Yeah,
that. Oh, wow. So back to your cans. They were the first ones to produce the pop top. Do you say pop or soda? Because I think
I say pop.
Pittsburghese.
Pittsburghese
You
is
say
pop.
I mean, could
You-
you
it
say
ain't
soda?
soda.
No.
No, it ain't
Could you
soda,
say
it's
soda pop?
No, it's pop.
Jim's going to share with us some of these cans that were actually made out of steel.
They They make their sheets before they turn them, and they go ahead and... There you go. Look at that one. Right there. That's Pittsburgh Pirates. And then we got the Steelers right here in a nice little commemorative thing. Can you see that? There you go. Steelers, team of the decades.
Go in a little closer and let it
9,
focus.
10, 13, and 14.
That was Pittsburgh Aluminum Company of America making that tin and steel or whatever. They made it with the cans. Some of those old cans didn't have the zip top. Before that was invented, you had what was called a church key. You remember those?
Those church key, a little triangle key. You put it underneath and you pop it.
You had to do it twice to let the oxygen flow.
But you know what else was built with steel and aluminum and everything else? Personally signed by Dan Rooney. You see the signature down here on the side. But if you look, Three River Stadium, before it was imploded, and Heinz Field right there. This was built with steel from the U.S. Steel, USS, or USX.
When you have things like this is called Breweriana. It's beer history.
Did you make that word up?
Whether you like beer or not, I said, it's part of our history, it's part of our culture. I don't know why, but growing up in the 70s and the 80s, the cool thing to do, our entertainment, was to collect beer cans.
Yep.
This is something you would collect. Your shop teacher would be like, hey, I need you guys to pick out a can.
So look what I did.
And he made this in
And it
shop
still
class.
works. Fire hazard.
That is Breweriana lit up.
I've never heard of that word in my life. I don't think that word exists.
Rockton Slosh.
No.
Have you ever heard of that?
Slosh. Is he making words up?
No, it's
That's
a
the second
Pittsburgh
one.
beer.
We're keeping count.
We invite you to share your collection of whatever you got. We'd love to see it.
Yeah. If you like what you see, please hit the button on the bottom of the screen.
You're a dude.
I'm a dude. You're a dude. I'm a dad.
I'm a dad.
We're doodads.
And we're out.
And doodads out.
All right. Go to WPXI Channel 11. Did you know this, Jim? They have a listing of all the fish fries. Go to one and take your little ones.